I'm recording. Alright. Hey guys. Welcome to another CREY session with me, Jordo. Today I'll be taking you through how I built my Tiger 1 tank in CREY. So let's get started. So first of all, we'll start with the track skirts. So by basically using the square primitive, I scaled that down and scaled it to a scale that I thought was pretty the right size for the tank. And then, creating the actual, roundness. So if you look up an actual image of the Tiger 1 tank on Google, you'll see that the tracks are, they're round basically. But, I sort of got the effect. But yeah, I just, again, scaled the square primitive way down and used that to make the effect, which it worked out pretty well, in my opinion. So, and then what I did is I copied and pasted everything and brought it over to the other side. And yeah, that was with the tracks done. Alright, so then I started to make the body of the tank. So again, using the square primitive, I made a big rectangle. And yeah, put the bottom down one first. Then I cloned this again, but then I scaled it down so I could so it could match like the actual size of it. So. And because, when you look at the image, you'll see that it does have an angled plate. That's what it's called. And then I proceeded to do the sort of top of it. And then you got the driver's viewport. So basically so I just used the square primitive again, into a small scale that down to a small rectangle, and then I made another small scaled rectangle. So that was the actual. So this is the actual viewport here, and then what I did was got the sphere object. Scaled that down and used the cylinder object, scaled that down as well, and that was used to make the gun on the Tiger 1. And then I proceeded to do the back, which was again just another using the square primitive. And then what I did was I made sort of they were exhaust pipes on the tank, I think, and yeah, so I basically recreated that. Had to do a lot of rotating for these parts here, just to get them to blend in correctly. And then I proceeded to make, the other exhaust ports here and here as well. And these rectangles here, these represent the grill, which was on the tank. So, and then you've got the pipes that go through it on each side. And, because I wanted to be as realistic as possible, and, get it close to the actual Tiger one, I looked at pictures on Google and, basically made sure I had every element from those pictures from there. I even have the antenna, which is right here. And I was just using a simple cylinder scaled up a bit. And then sorry about that. And I proceeded to make the turret. Now, I made the turret separate, just because I thought it would be easier to do, and that way, once I had glued everything together on the turret, I could move it over to the tank body and attach it, which was very easy. So, with making the gun, now, when you look up an image of the Tiger one, as I've mentioned before, you can basically see it has a what's called a mantlet. Basically, that's sort of armor for the tank as well. Then I used 4-cylinder primitives in total. So there's the first one, second, the third, and there's the fourth. So yeah, that's how the gun was created. And yeah, and then I proceeded to make these things on the side. Now, I don't know exactly what they were for, but as I said, I was keeping it realistic, and yeah, I wanted to add these on so it was realistic. And then I proceeded to make the hatches. So I scaled down some cylinder primitives, and because I wanted to create the effect that the hatch was opening and closing. Although that reminds me, for my next tank I will make the hatch closable and openable again. Yeah, and over here you've got the main hatch, and then another hatch here, and this part was, I think, I don't know, but this was on the part of the tank too. I don't know what it was for though. Can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, if you do look up images, it does have these on the sides. Sorry, this on the turret, I should say. Now, the tricky thing about this build was basically the side armor. So basically, the Tiger one has sort of slanted armor here, and then some more slanted armor pieces along the bottom. So trying to recreate that was a bit challenging, but I did get through it, and yeah, I'm actually happy with how it turned out. And as with the same side as well, so yeah, I'm very happy to same side. Now, initially when I did this, when I first did my tank, I wanted to make it so the turret could move, and yeah, I was only using the rotatable rotated gameplay prop at the time. So you know, that would just make the turret do a full 360 degrees around, and you know, in my first early version of the tank that I built on the island, I had a problem where the game didn't save properly, and that I lost the progress on my tank. I was like, no way. But you know what? It's actually a pretty good thing, because I actually made the tank a bit better than initially was. So, although it was a bit frustrating that it happened, it was a good thing to also happen too. So yeah, and I was kind of happy about that. So yeah, and when I made it as a box, I think Gran, sorry if I pronounced it wrong, asked if he could add some controls to the tank. I said, yeah, sure, go ahead. And yeah, the tank is now fully functional, so you go forward, backwards, left, right. The turret can swing 360 that way, 360 the other way, and it can even shoot as well. I'll give you a demonstration. Hang on, that's so that's the wrong sound. Settings. Yeah, we don't want rotating stone. Where are you? No, not there. Oh, hang on. There we go. This is the tank engine sound. So yeah, so as you see, backwards, forwards, rotating, firing. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So thanks to Gran for doing that. So yeah, I'll show you. It's in the box section of the CREY library. We'll just wait for it to load, and I'll show you. If you guys do want to use it, you're more than welcome to. We'll just wait for it to load. Here we go. Yeah, so this is the initial tank here. So this is the one with no controls. So this is just a stationary tank. This one here, which says Jordo tank with controls, is the one the controls were added by Gran for that. So yeah, if you want to use either one, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, oh, hang on, I forgot to mention one thing. So, as you can see, these builds here, these are just basically lights on the tank. Sorry about that. Yeah, so they're just lights on the tank, and yeah, I tried to get the color as close as possible to the actual tank. Although, see, I based this tank off some. I did look up real images of the Tiger one, and also because I do watch anime, I did look up reference pictures of the Tiger one in Girls und Panzer, because that had a Tiger one in the series. So yeah, that was mainly the color of the Tiger one in the series, which I based the color off. It's not entirely accurate, but it's close enough. So yeah. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed my video.